Hello and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. So first of all, I'd just like to welcome all the new subscribers that I have gained in the last few weeks. You're welcome to the channel, and I hope you find what I do entertaining, and I hope that I continue to give the content that you've come here for enjoyable, and hopefully I'm going to start getting back into some of the games that I seem to have lost track on, which brings me to the next point before we continue. So I want to get back on to finishing off the tales of Phoenix Prince here in the Hogwarts Legacy. So for those of you who have been following along with this story, already have done a playthrough of this, which is a 100% playthrough when the game came out. But I wanted to do a game where it actually had a bit of a backstory to it, and you'll see that there is a bit of a backstory that I did create at the start of this, which kind of explains a backstory to this, where I kind of created the story of how as a child we knew we had some magical abilities, and that our mother was aware of this through going to see an actual seer, and that we have something of an esteemed lineage within the wizarding world that is kind of kept secret. And although I don't exactly go into quite a bit of too much detail as a result of it, but essentially, basically, I wanted to complete this because obviously at some point I know that they're going to be bringing out a Hogwarts Legacy 2. Obviously, as to when that will be, I don't know, because Avalanche have been very tight-lipped, which has been quite understandable, because we don't want, well, at some point, you know, they will announce when it's likely to come out. Hopefully, if there's anything likely to be connected with any possibilities of this game, it's likely to be around about the 1st of September, which would make a lot of sense because that's when they tend to do a lot of announcements relating to anything to do with the Harry Potter IP, because obviously that's where most of the fandom tend to have their eyes focused on any wizarding and witches news. Also, I'm trying to decide in terms of what to do with Hogwarts Mystery. One of the reasons why I haven't been able to play as many of these games that I've been playing and keep up with them is because Hogwarts Mystery has been thrashing out week after week after week time-limited side quests related to the past of our characters in the game, and it's mainly down to this game, actually, ironically, because somebody at Warner, or the person in charge of Warner Brother Games, made a comment saying, "Oh, everybody loves obviously loves being in Hogwarts," but obviously at this particular point, most people had obviously had in Hogwarts Mystery gone beyond Hogwarts and had graduated in the mobile game, and for some reason or other, a lot of Hogwarts Mystery, those who do it, Jam City, decided that, oh, everybody must love doing this, so we're going to go back to taking everybody back to Hogwarts. And unfortunately, this has quite frankly annoyed a lot of the fandom that play the game, including myself. So I have been considering the last few days whether or not to just focus mainly on putting out the actual Beyond Hogwarts storyline, I had videoed the most recent time limited side quests, and I'm debating on whether or not to put that up. So if you'd like to just, I might put up a poll to ask about it, but anybody wants to comment in whether or not they want to see me put that up, it's entirely up to you. Please do so. But it's just taking too much time away from me being able to play other games. All this time limited side quests with Hogwarts Mystery. I just, I have to decide what's more important. That or, doing other games. So anyway, I will still record them if people want them. But I just need to, they're not getting a lot of views when I do put them up, so I just wondering if it's really worth it compared to the Beyond Hogwarts storyline when I do put that up, which does get a lot more views. So anyway, in the last episode of this, we did actually do Charles Rookwood's trial. I just completed Professor Howland's spell quest that we had to do, but we're now going to go and meet Poppy Sweeting to start her relationship quests. Obviously, for the irony of it is that most of the side quests, time limited side quests, I think if a lot of people like myself felt that they were part of Beyond Hogwarts, it wouldn't be so bad. I actually suggested that, to them if they kind of created like a shadow group that supported the Order of the Phoenix, one in which where even the Order of the Phoenix didn't know that the shadow group existed, but was just there at the request of Professor Dumbledore to help support them, and that something like that, that would bring your friends back together, something and could still connect you to Hogwarts. That would be kind of something that would be really cool. It would keep us involved with some way in the Wizarding War as well. I suggested that to them. Perhaps they might pick that up. I don't know. But and if they do that, then I'd probably do that, and I probably suspect some people might be interested in seeing that. But who knows? Anyway, let's just get on with this, because I could be here all night complaining about it.
You did.
Oh yes, of course we did the High Keep in the previous episodes.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hog's Head, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
My question is to you is, why was you in the Hog's Head? Mind you, maybe I shouldn't ask because I went in there to meet what's his name?
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Right.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
It also tells us that, well, obviously,
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
so great play on.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio!
Okay.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from them. Let's get a better lay of the land.
That's it. Lightfooted's the word.
I love the way that they're all right down there. We heard him growl so loudly.
Where did I set my traps? Was it Lower Hogsfield or Upper Hogsfield? We may have an intruder in our midst. Ta!
I didn't see them coming up right behind me earlier.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
I should have gone to the shop actually and sold off some clothes. Right, before I go in, let's just oh, I'm actually quite okay actually, I'm not. It's hardly worth it for 1 point and just knock off 6. Right, into the dragon's lair we go.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. What I wouldn't give to be a Demiguise right now.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with Totalis.
Well, solved your problem for you.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't gonna get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is gonna get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Factus totalis.
You've made a mistake. Running back for more.
Accio. Levioso.
This isn't a fair fight.
Bombarda.
Honestly, did kind of
Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora.
just auto unlock the or auto save soul.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Um,
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
put this on, I'm probably sure.
Miserable weed.
trying to get him.
Deserves to be potted.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
I can't get all that I wanted to do in that. She kept interrupting what I was trying to do.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Look away now if you don't want to see this. Alright, you can look again.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Right, so obviously they're going to retaliate, so it's a silly question to ask. So obviously we're going to have to return the egg, so I'm going to
We
just...
aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
Right. Well, technically I should probably see... So let's do Professor Weasley's assignment because it's the last spell we have to learn. So collect the field guide. From the library. So the library annex. Oh, I thought I'd done the actual. Apparently not. Okay. Okay, well this is probably...
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid!
See how much
Just
I
a few
remember of
questions,
these.
And then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Right. A quaffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right! When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Right, now this is false.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice
Although
potion can
technically,
be used
she
to
didn't know
change
about
things such as
Hermione.
age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Right. I'm not going to do any for now.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the
Revelio.
book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio.
Right, now. Oh, I can go down and get that chest now.
I could do this for all eternity. And I just might. Are you a mother or a
Right, okay, so, I've got to go there, so... Oh.
So this is the underground harbour.
Oh, there's Rowena Ravenclaw over there. This is why I thought I'd been under here, because of this.
Revelio.
No, not Rowena. I mean,
I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Helena Ravenclaw, not Well, it's actually quite nice.
Complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
It is quite nice that we acknowledged her. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just go straight to. Might have to wait till the morning. That's the only thing. Usually the students out to indicates to me that
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
yeah, we'll speak to you.
Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
My mother was shocked the first time I sent her an owl from Hogwarts. She'd never seen anything like it.
I can't talk to him right now.
So, of course, that makes sense.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down.
Oh, we have the same one.
Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Oh, we have the same one, but a slightly different coloration.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
Right. Okay. So,
You're quite close to Professor Fig, aren't you? I've always wondered about him. Never see him actually teaching.
so you must have put some updates in this because I've never actually heard him say that before.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Right, so Dragon Debrief.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Right, let's just have a quick chat
My
to...
plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Let's just talk to Gareth quickly.
Hello, Gareth. So, has your aunt been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention. I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
Really?
If you're setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer. Oh, that gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
Uncle Roland senses best. He often asks us to
Oh, there you are. Right. Okay, so I'll do these two, I think, in the next episode. Right, well, let's go and speak to... What we'll do is we'll go to the requirement. We will sell our stuff. No.
Spare a moment. Dick has an idea to share with you.
Right, I will come to you, Deke. Right, so this Mind Your Own Business I've actually got already up on the channel. So if you want to see that, you can go and find it. It is actually in the other playlist for my full 100% of Hogwarts Legacy. But let's just go to...
Not much of the dark arts that frightens me as long as I have more.
Here you are, a true patron of the arts. Wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. Now I think he's actually got all of his instruments now. Oh. Oh. Daily Prophet. Right, a claim by a witch that her son was attacked by dementors has been proven false today after an investigation revealed that the boy's gormless look is in fact come from long hours of paperwork from his job at the ministry. In turn, and not, as it turns out, a dementor's kiss. Dementors are under strict ministry control. Minister for Magic's Faris Spavin assured the public they are and have always been stationed at Azkaban prison. Okay. The idea that they were running rife amongst the populace, kissing random wizards is nothing but utter delusion. Okay. I was so certain it was Dementors, said the boy's mother in an interview with the Daily Prophet. His blank glassy stare, his pale skin, only chocolate seemed to bring him back. I thought they'd said they'd taken his soul, but when they said it was needless bureaucracy, that did make sense too. We said it wasn't a Dementor, clarified a ministry official. We said nothing about the integrity of his soul. Okay. Okay.
From here, so take your time. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
I think I've got that already. It's the one with the long trousers I want.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're...
Right, so let's go and speak to Poppy. Get told off by, what's the name? For supposedly stealing something I never did.
Breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the price.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Well, everybody else I've told so far what's going on, so I might as well tell her.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Yeah, it kind of rather bothers me that I keep getting told off by Sirona Ryan for something that basically I didn't even do. So with the you get a choice to either give him the stuff from out of your own inventory, or you can go into whoever his name is, Alfred Lawley, and get the item and then give it to the chap behind the 3 broomsticks. And I always give him it out of my inventory, but yet for some reason Sir Ryan always still tells you off for doing it. And it's like, I do wish Avalanche would, you know, they're giving you those 2 options. I wish they'd given you the option to at least
Hello there, come on in. Plenty to look at here.
right, while I'm here, I'm obviously going to get the option to breed, so I might actually already have the stuff to do it. Yeah, I've already got that, so
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Have enough copies of 1,000 magical herbs and fungi.
right, okay, well, I am gonna return back to Hogwarts. Pressed the wrong button. I should have pressed but I'm actually also going to end this episode here. But what I'm going to do in the next episode, just to help speed up the story, I'm going to continue with the Shadow of the Mine. It's all gobbledygook, but I also want to get in the Shadow of the Study and the Lost Child done. I will do this before then. So obviously doing these is all part and parcel of the storyline, main storylines as well. Although they are relationship progression, as I say, they are still connected and related to the main storyline. These are the reasons why I'm doing these in that. So but the Flower of the Dead and anything to do with Deke is not really actually connected to the main storyline. So I do those actually out of the so I actually do have, I think, everything that's required to do this. So I'll probably just do that quickly before I close this down. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Again, welcome to the new subscribers, and hopefully the next, well, I will be putting up the next after this I will be putting up the first 3 Cheshire Cat quests as well. So look out for that. Until then, goodbye for now and happy gaming, everybody.